Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Season 5, Episode 6, We Need a Resolution. So Tiffany drops in on Destiny. Destiny tells her about the event, and how everything turned left. She shares that Stormy gave her flowers, and she said she gave her a Gucci box. I said, not just a box. You're not even going to acknowledge that it was a whole bag that she gave you, but okay. Tiffany tells her, she feels like Stormy is trying to, turn it around. She got off on the wrong foot with both of them. And so Tiffany has also received her share of, I'm sorry gifts from Stormy. Or maybe not I'm sorry, but, just like, let's be friends. She got flowers from her before and a box or a basket of products, and Destiny like that's what she needed to be sending me, some products. But she feels like Stormy's putting forth an effort. Destiny is open to another conversation with Stormy. She just feels like her guard is up, but she'll listen. She'll hear her out because she at least came correct when she came. Then Destiny starts giving her the play-by-play, about the altercation between Mel and Wanda and how everything went down. Tiffany just hopes that this doesn't backfire and, the backlash or the blowback doesn't affect, what's the name of her? Madani. Yeah. she hopes there's no blowback on the business. All right, Tisha. She drops in on Maurice and Kimmy. She and Marceau are supposed to be meeting them, but Marceau, they riding separately. They had a fight last night. He was mad at her for the altercation. For him getting in an altercation with Martell, he felt like she caused it. And I'm trying to figure out, what did Tisha do? If anybody wasn't involved, it was Tisha. Now, was she standing there? Yes, but so were all of you. I'm trying to figure out what she did to drag you into it. No, you just felt drug into it because it was Tisha's mama that was involved. But you could have stood over there and not done nothing too. I mean, it wouldn't have looked good for, you, the son-in-law, just to let your mother-in-law be out here fighting and tussling. But still, I'm trying to figure out why you was mad at Tisha. Anyway, she ain't spoken to him. He on his way. He was mad at her for not listening to him. It's whatever. I don't know. Tisha asked Maurice, can you talk to your brother about how he speaks to me? Because she don't like how he was talking to her. We ain't see it, but he was talking to her crazy, I assume. She says she getting to a point where, she's fed up. You're not just going to talk to me like this. Tisha's whole thing is, don't tell me I don't have a voice. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Anyway, Marceau finally shows up, and he says he spoke to Martell and they squashed it. Both of them were just protecting their family. Kimmy wants to know, okay, well, what's the fix? How are we gonna fix all of this? Marceau is just like, if Wanda don't change, she's just gonna have to be removed from our life, like, period. She can't come around here no more if this continues, if she, just doesn't change her behavior. He thought that it was very reckless, of her to be out there acting like that, trying to fight people. If all of them getting into a physical altercation could have been very bad for everybody. And they could have lost everything. Whatever. I don't feel like y'all would have lost everything, but okay. Because, you, again, Marceau, you control Marceau. So don't make excuses and try to say, well, it was them. They made me do it. That's not what happened here. I don't even know why you were so, like I said in the last review, it just seemed like Marceau came to fight. Like he was ready, like he had been wanting to tussle with Martell for a while and he was finally going to get his opportunity. Because, again, why you getting all upset? Anyway, Tisha and Kimmy, they go inside. And, Kimmy is just telling her, because she is Team Marceau when it comes to this. He's her protector. Marceau, of course, doesn't want anybody to hurt her or his family or anything like that. And I guess he just don't want no back talk in these types of situations. I don't know. Just do as I say. And I said, go stand over there and don't you get involved in this. But her mama over there about to fight. Of course she's going to be there. Of course. Now, the person you need to be reprimanding and giving a lecture is Wanda. But I mean, y'all have given her your share of lectures and she just don't care. So it's time to just cut the cord. You know, it's time for production to just say Wanda cannot be there when we're filming. That's what it's about to come to. Tisha said that she was hurt by him saying she doesn't have a voice in the situation. Once again, she's triggered by that. Don't tell me I don't have a voice. You know, being a stay-at-home mom, you can sometimes like just develop all these types of insecurities you never had before. And that's one of those things. Because your husband is the breadwinner, a lot of times, you know, you may feel like you have to, you know, be at his, I don't want to say his beck and call and at his disposal or anything like that. But if you get me, you get me. If you get me, you get me. I'm really trying to put it into words, but right now I just can't. But I do know how Tisha feels. I do. It's that he makes all the money, you know, so I have to go to him for the money all the time. I gotta, you know, think about the fact that he's the breadwinner. When you're somebody that doesn't want to be in that role, and not necessarily you don't want to be in that role like stay-at-home mom, but somebody that is used to working or somebody that really has the drive and ambition to do more, sitting in a stay-at-home mom role and just being fine with that there can be that tug of war. And so I get where Tisha's going with this, but it's like, girl, in this instance, you was just supposed to tell your mama to take her ass home. You was just supposed to tell her that. You was just supposed to tell her to go on home, pack it up and go on home. Or at least tell Destiny what was, you know, about to go down and be like, Destiny, you need to ask her to leave. You should ask my mom to leave because it's about to go left. Anyway, they talk about business. And, you know, Tisha doesn't want to work with Martell after this. She's done. You know, Marceau say, oh, you know, why we can't be working with a licensed contractor anyway. I'm like, and they all get a good laugh. Again, Martell didn't do nothing to y'all. So he really don't deserve all of this that y'all giving. I don't like that. I don't like when the four of them get together and kind of, I don't know, it's off-putting. Again, that's another one of those things that I can't really pin down, but it's very off-putting to sit and watch them talk about Martell like that, like he just, you know, ain't shit. Like, he wasn't y'all's friend, like y'all didn't go into this business together, like he's some bum or something, you know, like y'all was doing him a favor by allowing him, you know, by working with him. I'm sure Martell can make it without y'all. Like, I'm sure he can. Yes, he uses people to his advantage because he doesn't have his broker's license, but it does not mean that there's not somebody else that'll, you know, extend a helping hand, or that, you know, one day he can just go get his broker's license and then what? Like, I didn't like that. I don't know why. And I ain't no Martell enthusiast, but I just didn't like that they just really got a good laugh, all four of them, Kimmy included. I was disappointed. The Scots be full of shit. You better not fall down. Martell drops by Melody's house. You know, of course, they have to rehash everything as well. And she says that she appreciates him for stepping in, you know, and stepping up for her the way he did. And of course, he tells her, we're family. And so bottom line is, I'm going to always protect you. I'm always have your back. I don't want to see any harm come to you. And I ain't going to let it happen. She says, ditto. So they got each other's back 100% when it comes to their children, when it comes to either of them. Martell feels like Wanda gotta go. She plays way too dirty. She gotta go. He want to be, he wants the comeback group back together. He at least wants, he wants everything to be cordial. He wants everybody to be cordial. And so he says he wants to call everybody up and have a dinner. Mel says that removing Wanda would alleviate all the mess amongst the group. Like she's at the center of it. And Mel thinks that they should go to their original meeting place, and they should have a dinner, and they should meet up and hash this out. Basically, they want to go as executive producers. They want to call a meeting with the comeback group and tell them Wanda can no longer film with us. That's just the bottom line. Wanda can't come back. She can't come back round here no more. All right, so Stormy, she's out on her estate. Her estate is beautiful. So much land. It's just land for days. I love it. I love her home. She's out walking her dog, and she invited Tiffany to come over, so that they can have some bonding time. They both have dogs. They both love animals. Stormy, again, is, she's trying to patch things up, trying to turn over a new leaf, if you will. I guess she didn't really get the good edit her first season, and so I'm thinking she wants to come back around. So maybe one day, soon, maybe she can be a full-time cast member and not just a friend to the show. So she's trying with the ladies. Stormy has little small, she said there were small horses. So pony, I don't know, but she had animals out front. They went and fed them. They go inside because, of course, we in the South and it's gonna rain out of nowhere, and so it just storms. Not even a storm, but just rains like a monsoon, just rain. And they go, onto the patio and sit down and talk. And they talk about Destiny's event, and Tiffany shares that she spoke with Destiny, and Stormy, just shares what she saw since she was there. She kind of leans on it, everything just being Wanda, like, no, your friend showed up there with the food. She came on some bullshit. Your friend came there with the intent to confront Wanda, and whatever it was going to be, that's what it was going to be. But she came on rah-rah. It was not a situation where Melody was just there and she happened to run into Wanda and then things went left. No, she purposely showed up for her. So let's not. Tiffany says, again, I wonder if this will affect Destiny's business. And Stormy is like, well, this the most action her business has ever seen, and so she really should just take it for what it is and be happy. Stormy got a good laugh at that. Apparently, she been closed and she hasn't been open, and so nobody's really going to her beauty supply store because it ain't much in there and it's closed all the time. Anyway, Stormy changes the subject. She says that she wants to shoot a commercial for Canvas. And she asked Tiffany to be in it. Tiffany, of course, will do it. Moving on. Melody, she drops in on... Not Melody. Martell, excuse me. Martell drops in on Chris Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher kind of fine. What y'all think? He kind of fine a little bit. Not even a little bit. That man fine. Anyway, he's looking to purchase another house. He's renting right now. And... he's going to Chris to see if Chris can find him a new house. But anyway, Chris want to update, everything good. Last time I checked, you and your wife was beefing. What's going on with that? Martell shares that, things are going in the right direction. She invited him to Destin. So things are looking up. Kristen already heard about the mess at Destiny's event. He asked if any of that mess, them coming together to fight for what they love, if that had anything to do with them going to Destin together. And because he said it seemed like it was Team Hope all day that day. And was absolutely. Martell brings up Marceau and his loud mouth. I'm talking about he just that mouth. Chris asks if business, is going to remain. Are y'all gonna continue working together after all of this? Martell says absolutely not. We will not be working together. We spoke, but it's not really gonna be the same. Then he shares with him that he and Melody want to plan a dinner. Chris know all the tea. He really know all the tea. He's like, you think Tisha and Mel gonna get along? I'm like, how you know all this? He know all the mess, but hopefully everybody will be able to sit and, act like adults. Martell changed the subject to the house. He's been renting. He needs to go ahead and secure another house. Chris says that, we're going to see. But let's see what happens after Destin, because you just never know. Child. You just never. We know. Ain't no getting back together over there. So just calm that down. And you know what? Let me not say that. Because stranger things have happened. Okay? And people do this all the time. Divorce, then get back together. It happens. It happens. So let's just not say never say never. Because both of them are still single. Ain't nobody went and attached themselves to nobody else. So, there's a possibility. There really is. Stormy, we see that she's at her warehouse. It's a very nice warehouse. Listen, this is we already know. I was finna say this is legit, but we know it's legit. We know it's legit. It's not like, She by Sheree or nothing like that. Or nothing like that. This Stormy is, she was established before she came over here. So her warehouse is nice. Destiny is going to drop by. She asked her to come on by. Stormy, when she does show up, they sit down. Stormy tells her that she felt a little dismissed, by Destiny. And Destiny tells her that she just wasn't in the space. She wasn't, receptive to her being there. But she appreciates how she came to her. She does appreciate that because, other people didn't even speak. She did tell her, I thought about not even wearing that purse at all, honestly, girl. But you could have gave me some products. That's what I really would have appreciated, honestly. And then Stormy gives her, her excuse as to why her products aren't in her store. About a new relationship with a broker and a business decision and her distributor. Something about that. I don't know, but it couldn't happen. But she says she wasn't doing it, to be malicious or anything like that. It was absolutely a business decision. They don't have beef, it's not really that. Stormy really was just, taking up for Melody. And so she and Destiny don't really have real beef, so they should be able to move forward. She says we share a common friend, and Destiny is like, let me stop you there. I don't know about no common friend. We cool. But I don't know about now. And they ain't even cool. They ain't even cool. I gave her too much with that. But she said we ain't really got no common friend. But okay. Destiny's still standing on the fact that Melody didn't speak to her. Melody did speak to you. She did. Now, it wasn't memorable. It was very, she might as well have just waved. Because in a room full of people, other people are speaking, all of that, I could see how she missed it. I really could, because they had to subtitle it, which means you barely said it, but to cover her own ass, she said, hi, Destiny. That's probably exactly how low she was. Hi, Destiny. Hi, Destiny. But she's Mike, so of course we're going to hear it. Destiny, I'm with you, girl. She ain't speak. She barely spoke. Let's not pretend. Yeah, she said hello, but she barely spoke. And that's what Destiny is getting at. Her mom came up and said, congratulations. This is a nice place. Blah, 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 blah. It's good to see you. That's how you really acknowledge someone in their establishment. Don't come in my house and give me some, oh, hey. Because turn around and go back out the way you came. Anyway, Stormy says she doesn't understand, why she and Mel are, at this place. She also doesn't understand why Destiny waited until Melody, walked out of the building for her to run behind her yelling and screaming. She just felt like that's crazy to me. I just don't understand that. That was very weak. You know, you standing over there with your arms folded, mad in the corner, when you could have just walked up, rolled up on her and said what you needed to say. But instead, you wait until she leaving to be screaming outside your door. Anyway, of course, Destiny is still being very, I don't know, you know, God gonna have to come down himself and tell me to sit and talk with her. Girl, grow up. Grow up. If you can sit and have a conversation with Stormy, you can sit and have a conversation with Mel. They both need to tighten up when it comes to that. They really do. Anyway, Marceau and Tisha, they're black. The doll Funky Dineva Ross drops in. They have this confessional. Tisha doesn't look amused. This whole interaction, let me just preface by saying, Marceau called Funky, I need you on the show. I need you to say everything that you've been saying in your videos. I need you to say it to Tisha. She'll hear it coming from you on national television. She won't. What will she be able to say to that? What you say, what he does on YouTube, you know, can fall on deaf ears, but right there in her face, hearing what he has to say, being who he is, yeah, she's gonna take it. She's gonna take it seriously. It's not gonna be. She's not gonna. It's not like a situation where she doesn't respect him or respect his opinion. She absolutely respects his opinion because he's a blogger. He's a you know, a well-known YouTuber, and so what he's saying to her, she listening, and Marceau knows it, which is why, hey, can you come and be on the show? I need you to say these things to her. We're not dumb. We're not dumb, cause this was very. We're pushing Marceau's, you know, sentiments heavy on the. This is how Marceau feels. Heavy on the, you know, misogyny. Cause you know, then we flip. Let me just get there. I won't jump ahead. Anyway, he gets there. Tisha doesn't look amused on, you know, that he's there, but Marceau says they've grown a mutual respect for one another. Tisha says she's nervous because she don't know why Funky is there. You know, of course, Ineva's like, fix me a drink. Oh, and I left my wallet. And then Marceau says, you know, cool, it ain't nothing. Of course you can get you a free drink as much as you've done for me. And I said, what has he done for you, Marceau? Oh, protected you on his channel. He ain't drag your ass like he should. And I've noticed that. Funky does that a lot. And I get it. You know, you don't want to burn bridges. You don't want to, especially potential opportunities. You don't want to ruffle feathers where, you know, you could potentially need that person, or they could help you in some kind of way, whatever. You don't want to, he doesn't really want to burn too many bridges out here in these reality TV streets, social media streets, all of that, because, you know, of what he does. And so I get that. I understand all of that. But when folks be wrong, they be wrong. Not to say he takes sides or he's biased, but when it comes to these people on this show, he takes it lightly on Marceau. And I think it's because they have a good rapport. But not me. I ain't got no rapport with Marceau. It's Marceau. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But this right here was I ain't like it because Tisha ain't do nothing. So why we still chastising Tisha? She ain't do nothing. She really didn't do nothing this time. But anyway, Q tells Marceau that he appreciates that he's never treated him differently because he's gay. Marceau says, you know, yeah, I'm here to show you can be toxic and, you know, non-homophobic. Ha ha ha. Whatever. Q, of course, he got to serve it up, so he starts serving it up. He said he was minding his business and saw on social media that they were tussling down to the function. And messy ass Wanda was the one that started it. Tisha and Marceau, they give their side of the story. Marceau shares that Tisha got involved or whatever, and Q was like, and see, that's where women always mess up. I'm like, wait a minute, what? What? How do we get here? How do we get here? Women should be able to stand up for themselves and speak up for themselves without men telling them no, because you're going to get us all in trouble. Why? Why is it the black woman that's always got the, no, don't do that. Let your man fight your battles, girl. If you, what? I got a mouth too. And this my mama. I don't like that. I don't like that. See, that's why, like, in situations like when if you're getting pulled over, my husband don't be wanting me to say nothing because he knows. And see, in those type of situations, you do need to keep your wits about you, especially driving while black. But I still hate it. I still hate the fact that I can't say what I be wanting to say because it could go left. And that's not a woman thing. I hate that it's constantly see, that's where women mess up. Excuse me. I think people in general should just keep their wits about themselves in certain situations. And with that, I'm not finna sit down and shut up when somebody's trying to fight my mama. You kiss my ass. You just kiss my ass. I'm not doing that. Q, he says that it looks to him like Wanda fights Tisha's battles. Now, we all agree on that. We can all agree on that. Tisha says it's not true, but girl, no. Okay? Q says that at what point do you say, Mom, if you don't stop, I'm going to cut you out of my life for good. That's just what it's going to have to be, Of course, he tells her everything. Like I said, he tells her everything that he's been saying in the past over there on YouTube. He said all of that to her face. Tell your mama to stay her ass out your business or she can't come around here no more. That's just what it is. And Tisha's just sitting there like, I may have to cut my mama off. Girl, you should have been thinking like that. You should have been sitting there stewing and pondering on all of that because your mama out of order. She out of order. And I don't think that it's not something she can fix or change. I think that Wanda really has turned into a reality TV monster. Like the clout that she's gotten from being on this show, it done turned her into a monster. Now she can't stop. She can't stop doing lives. She has an audience. She can't stop. Y'all gonna have to stop her. Because if she ain't on the show, what's she talking about? Who cares at that point, Anyway, that's where it ends. That's where we end. So we'll be back next week. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.